Welcome to Alexandra TV. I am Alexandra Villarroel Abrego and thank you so much for tuning in. This week's episode is about real love, real relationship love. First of all, before I even start talking about relationship love, I want you to understand that love and the word love is not an emotion or feeling. It's an energy. And I've said this in past videos, but if you didn't watch them, I really want you to understand this before I even, like I said, talk about a relationship love. I want you to understand that love is an energy that you can create in your life, and you don't need to be in a relationship, married or engaged or with someone in order to create that energy. And when you create that energy in your life, it creates positive and joyful emotions inside of you and feelings. So I really want you to understand this. Now, when I speak about relationship love, it means that there's two people in a relationship that are creating that energy, and if we can say like that, exchanging that energy with one another. The problem nowadays, though, is that a lot of people misunderstand what love is. First of all, most people out there don't understand that love is an energy and that you don't need to be with someone to create that energy. You can create it all by yourself. So what they do is that they desperately try to find someone in order to feel love, in order to create love in their lives, not knowing that love is inside of them already, and they don't need someone to be complete or someone who can bring love in their lives. And that's the biggest mistake that people make. Also, since we are very young, we watch Hollywood movies and TV shows and soap operas that teach us that when you're in love, it hurts, that love hurts, that when you are with someone, there has to be drama and jealousy and competition and all kinds of craziness that make it complicated, and they portray love as this very dramatic and I can live without you and you hurt me but I still love you kind of thing, when in reality that's not love, that's fear. And most people out there are desperately looking for that someone, that person who can bring love in their lives. But not only that, they want to have all that drama, not even knowing it. You know, they don't realize that they're looking for it and that that's what they want. But you see, that's not what love is. And that's not what real love should be. You see, the problem is, as I said, that most people in the world start a relationship with another person in order to get the things that they don't know that they already have within them. And this causes a lot of problems. It causes a lot of dependent relationships where the other person is dependent on whatever it is that the other person is giving them, or whether it is validation, whether it is sex, whether it is feeling, oh, I feel pretty when he looks at me, or I feel loved when he looks at me, or whatever it is. And the problem with that is whenever a relationship ends with another person who is giving you all these things that you don't know that you can find within you, it causes a lot of depression, sadness, anger, resentment. There's even people in this world who have committed suicide when a relationship with a loved one has ended, when in reality, that's not what it should be. That's not love at all. That is fear. Whether right now you are in a relationship or not, I want you to understand these very simple principles of what real love in a relationship should be. Real love in a relationship, first of all, should bring you peace of mind. If you are with someone and you're constantly stressed, you can't sleep at night because you're wondering what he or she is doing, it's not real love. It's fear. And you are with that person because you are dependent on what they can give you. You are not with that person because you love that person. So if you don't have peace of mind in your relationship, there's a big problem. Freedom. Now, freedom doesn't mean that the person can date whoever they want and sleep around and whatever. Absolutely not. If you are in a relationship and it's a committed relationship, that's perfect. But there has to be some sort of freedom. Knowing that the person is not your possession. That person is not your toy. That person does not belong to you. That person is there with you and you are in love with them, but that doesn't mean that they belong to you. That doesn't mean that they should do whatever you want to do. That doesn't mean that you should manipulate them, that you should play games. So remember, there has to be freedom. Trust. There has to be trust in a relationship. Most people out there, they're with someone that they don't trust. And it goes back to peace of mind. You know, if you don't trust someone, how can you have peace of mind? How can you sleep at night, you know, thinking, where is he or what is she doing? There has to be trust, but like the kind of trust that you just feel in the inside, that doesn't need any proof whatsoever, that you know that the person is faithful to you. So there has to be trust. There has to be obviously respect. So the person has to respect you, your body, your mind, your spirit, and it's the same for them. You feel the same way towards them. And finally, acceptance. Accepting the other person just as they are. There's so many people out there in the world who are in relationships where they are constantly trying to change the person, trying to fix the person, trying to make them become someone that they're not. If you're in a relationship with someone and there's real love, you should accept the person as they are, because that's who you love. You love that person the way that they are. So I hope that this video helped you understand what real love is all about, understand what real love in a relationship should feel like and should be. I think that most people out there, and it's really a shame, they're living in fear-based relationships. Relationships where there's constantly a lot of jealousy, resentment, anger, sadness, tears, and crying and screaming and whatever. And they're not living love-based relationships where there's peace of mind, where there's freedom, where there's joy, when there's gratefulness for having this other person in your life. And I think it's really a waste of time trying to be in a fear-based relationship and trying to change the person, manipulate them, and play games. It's such a waste of your energy and of your time. You have to understand that real love, it really starts inside of you. And you know, if you spend your entire life trying to find love in the eyes of other people, well, you're going to spend a very sad and fear-based life, really. If you like this video and if you agree, please don't forget to like and to share with all of your friends. Also, you can subscribe for new videos in English every Wednesday, and also go on my website, AlexandraVillarroel.com, and subscribe to my email list. So that is it for today. I will see you next week for another Alexandra TV. Bye-bye.